And joining me in studio now is Matt Chipman. He's the editor-in-chief of the Green Baron Report. Matt, always good to see you.
Glad to be here again, Don.
Well, you know, I mean, you and I are working, but Congress is not. They're taking their congressional recess. They didn't pass a budget. They didn't vote on the Bush tax cut extensions. I mean, they're going to roll into this election with not a lot of happy voters right now.
Well, I guess they're going to roll with what they've done already, and I guess that's what's going to happen. I guess, you know, you don't want to make any key decisions just before an election. I guess it could go with you or against you, but, you know, we'll see what happens, you know.
Well, you know, even the Congressional Budget Office said that if the tax cuts are not extended beyond the end of this year, that it's going to really hurt the economic recovery. And I thought that going into an election season, that if you're an incumbent even hoping for a prayer of re-election, that you want to at least come out in favor of trying to help the economic recovery.
Well, the stock market seems to be, you know, building in some hope for the elections as to that they're going to go the way that's going to help the economy. I think everyone has realized, both sides of the table, that we can't have this massive tax increase and have it taken lightly. You know, it's going to have to be staged, or it's going to have to only affect a certain part of the. Everyone's worried, you know, obviously about it happening, so people are kind of staying on the sidelines. But we had a really nice rally. The numbers are getting a little bit better. Right. You know, our jobless numbers are improving slightly. You know, there was a good number from the PMI today. Manufacturing, you know, is picking up. Right. So I'm confident that if you're playing in the right stocks, and I think we've identified some of those, that you're gonna really make some money going forward here.
I think you're right, and even, you know, we talked about this at the top of the program. You know, even the retailers are, you know, it's expected that the holiday seasonal hiring is going to be up significantly from a couple of years ago, which is a good sign that retailers are expecting a better season this year.
Yeah, I mean, people are finally feeling a little relief. You know, you got to go spend some of this money sometime. Yes, exactly. I know a lot of people are hurting out there, and I'd like to see small businesses get some breaks and to understand and identify how much the healthcare issues are going to affect them. You know, small companies are what drive, I feel, you know, the economy. Even though the big companies, you know, are control so much. It's small businesses is going to be doing a lot of the hiring here, and they're afraid to do it right now.
Well, look, I mean, the job market is always anywhere from 6 to 12 months behind what the economy is actually doing. I mean, you know, analysts and the Feds even said that the recession ended in July 2009, but in July 2009 the unemployment rate was about 7.5%. In that next 12 months it went to 10%. So the recession was not over for a lot of individuals.
Well, I think the message that will be sent in this election is that the government really needs to rein in on spending. People don't want to see the deficits grow anymore, you know, and I think the message has been sent, and now, you know, we really got to focus on doing that. And as a country, in order to survive, really, we need to focus on how we're going to pay our bills, you know.
As you know, you mentioned the stock market. Of course, this program is all about that. The stock market is usually 6 months ahead of the economy, and, you know, a lot of good signs right now. What are you looking at?
There are some areas, technology related, and there's some specific spots of stocks that we're identifying that I think are positioned to absolutely explode. I think because people have been fearful of buying some of the smaller stocks, that it's now put them in a better position than ever. And I'm excited about the next few months. I hope that your audience can join our newsletter and focus and watch what we are recommending our people to look at.
For more information about that, go to their website, thegreenbaron.com. Again, Matt Chipman, editor-in-chief of the Green Baron Report. Matt, always a pleasure.
Glad to be here again, Don. Thanks.
Thanks.